might be one of the most commonly asked questions that I get in my DMs, whether you need a CS degree or you need to be good at math or be a geek in order to break into the tech industry. And in this video, I'm planning to answer all of these questions and along the way give you guys some tips and strategies that I personally used when I was looking for that first tech job last year. And these strategies can be applied to anyone regardless whether you're a student, recent graduate, or someone who's trying to make that career switch. And make sure you stick till the end of this video because I'm going to be giving a bonus tip on how to stand out from the rest of the crowd when you're looking for that first tech job. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Asla and I'm a software engineer based in Prague. So before we get into answering all these questions, let's look at some of the whys of why you should consider getting into the tech industry. So it's not a secret that the whole tech industry bloomed during this pandemic period for a number of reasons actually. One of them being good compensation. I know a lot of people out there are marketing the tech industry on the promise of having a six-figure salary, but if you're someone who's getting into tech on that promise, I would say you will probably be disappointed because this six-figure salary is based on a number of factors like your geography, company you're working for, and the kind of role you're doing. The general trend in the tech is that you can achieve that higher salary relatively quicker than other industries, which is definitely something still you can look forward to. And the second reason is that the amount of opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities in tech, let it be for a technical person who codes or who programs in different languages, or if you're not a techie person as like someone who wants to program, there are other different career paths you can take inside tech, which we will be talking on later on this video. And the third reason that you might want to consider getting into tech is the ability to do remote job. With this pandemic, everyone every day is proving that you don't need to be physically tied to a location in order to get the job done. While you're working in tech, you have this ability or freedom of working at any place, let it be your home or your home country. The ability to do remote job is just powerful enough to have the strong why of why you need to get into the industry. And personally, I think there's no better time for you to be getting into tech because I don't think there's any company that can market, deliver, or make a product efficiently without the use of technology these days. And when I say tech, it's just not limited to the everyday softwares that we're using like social media apps. It's so much more than that, like from your smartphones to laptops or any other small piece of tech that you're using every day has a software behind it written by a team of developers. And the best part of being in tech is that you don't need to be necessarily the person who's writing that code. You can be the person who's designing the interface for it. So to answer the most commonly asked question, whether you need a CS degree or be good at math in order to start working in the tech industry, the simple answer is no. Don't take this word from me. If you look at all these articles, all the industry leading companies are giving you the answer over and over again that you do not require a degree in order to start working in the tech industry. But does that mean having a degree is not worth it? Absolutely not. So having a degree can help you in multiple ways. Like it can, during a hiring process, it can put you in front compared to the rest of the applicants, or it can help you in ways where your university helps you with the placement, or you can have a similar story like me where I got an internship during my final year, which in turn turned into a full-time. So the bottom line here is having a degree help you. Yes, but is it a requirement in order to get into the tech industry? Absolutely not. Now let's look at some of the strategies that helped me personally and others when they were looking for that first tech job. The first strategy is to choose a path. Like I mentioned earlier, there are different paths that you can take depending on whether your day-to-day job requires you to know programming or designing or consulting. The key here is to choose a path and stick to it. So let's say you're going the developer route, you probably might have to make a decision whether you want to learn front-end or back-end if you're going the developer route. So if you choosing front-end, you might want to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and front-end framework. work. And if it's a backend, you might want to choose database, a backend programming language like Python, or a framework for backend. It's okay if you don't know what you actually like. It's the best way to find out what you like is to just test the water. So before you commit to any expensive courses or boot camps, my recommendation here is to go to YouTube and other free resources like Code Academy and try different things out before you invest in something. Some of the YouTube content creators surrounding programming content that I would recommend is Tech with Tim. If you're looking to learn Python, he creates amazing tutorials on YouTube. And the other channel that I would recommend you to check out is Traversy Media. So the second strategy here is to have your own portfolio website. I cannot stress this enough how much this has helped me during my initial job hunt. So when you usually apply using your resume, employers generally don't go through your experiences or entirety of your CV. They're more keen to know what you have built, what you have worked with. They can immediately find out what's the kind of background you're coming from or what's the kind of knowledge that you have. So having your own portfolio website puts you at least a step ahead of all the other applicants who does not have one. So the third strategy here is to document your journey or build in public. The one thing that I did when I was starting to look for a job or get into software engineering was documenting my journey. I created an account on Instagram and Twitter and started posting about the small websites and small web applications that I've been building. So this way you can have the opportunity to connect with different people and have honest feedbacks on the things that you're building. It kind of gives you this accountability factor where you have this momentum of keep building and keep learning whatever you're learning. This is a great way to put the word out there that you're in the job market looking for a job. And also on Tech Twitter, there is a huge community called Tech Twitter, which is people who's working in the industry or people who are learning or following similar path like yours and trying to get into the industry. So having this collective group of people helping, lifting each other up is a great feeling to have. So that brings me to my final strategy here before I give you guys my bonus tip is networking. I think this is the most underrated tips or strategies of all time, because sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. At the end of the day, when you look at all these businesses and big companies, it's all run by people like you and me. They're just looking for talented people who can bring new ideas to the table, who can work with different kinds of people, who can build on those ideas. Networking is a great way to open new doors for you. So when I say networking, it does not mean just connecting with someone on LinkedIn or following someone on Twitter. It means having honest conversations with those people, asking for honest feedbacks, asking questions, or potentially mentoring. So during your learning journey, if someone can mentor you, it can be a great addition or it can have a great impact on your job hunt. Knowing the right person can open right doors for you. So if you have made it this far in the video, the bonus tip for you is that learn exactly what the employers are asking for. So what that means is, once you have chosen your career path, go into this job posting websites and see what the employers are looking for. So let's say you want to be a front-end engineer. So you go into this website, you look for front-end engineering roles and see what programming languages, frameworks, tech stacks they're asking for, and learn exactly that so that you're in the job market with these hot skills rather than learning something very random. So with that being said, if you guys found this video helpful, leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you're someone who's trying to break into the tech industry, or if you're someone who's already working in the industry. Let's catch up, and until then, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.